You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
What's the matter, Elwyn? Don't you like to dance?
I need a breath of fresh air is all.
Well, don't stay out here too long. The dance is just getting started.
Billy Ben, that you?
Who were you expecting?
You're late.
Sure, I'm late, pretty thing. I've been to town today.
Why didn't you take me with you?
I did the next best thing. Thought of you every step of the way.
You got a sweet and lying tongue.
And you are a fair young thing.
What did you do in town? Stop trying to kiss me. What will folks say?
There's nobody here. Just you and me and the man in the moon.
You're a right high-spirited man to have walked to town and back.
I was there for a right high-spirited reason.
Looking at all the pretty girls, I'll bet, in their fancy clothes and high-heeled shoes.
None as pretty as you. Close your eyes.
What are you putting on my finger?
You can open them now.
Why, that's the prettiest ring I ever did see. It sparkles even in the light of the moon.
It's a genuine zircon.
Oh, Billy, I'm proud enough to cry. I love you with all my enduring life.
And I the same for you.
Can I show it to everybody?
If that would pleasure you.
Oh, how the girls will envy me. Come on, let's go in the barn.
The Twilight Zone has existed in many lands and many times. It has its roots in history, in things that happened long ago and got handed down from one generation to another. And in the telling, the story gets added to and embroidered on until what might have happened in the time of the Druids sounds as if it took place yesterday in, say, the Blue Ridge Mountains. Like the story you're about to hear. Even though such tales are best told by an elderly grandfather on a cold winter's night by the fireside, if possible, in the southern hills of the Twilight Zone.
And now, The Twilight Zone and our story, Jesse-Belle, starring Stephanie Weir, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
Friends, now that everybody's here, I am proud to bid you welcome. I want everybody to dance till you wear out the fiddler and eat till you let your belt out to the last notch. My land was good to me this year. The good Lord blessed it with rain when rain was needed and a kindly sun to follow. And this barn is heavy with the yield of it. But that's just one reason to celebrate here tonight. A decent, good, and true man came to me and asked for the hand of my daughter, Elwyn. She has my enduring love. And now I've given her my blessing to marry Billy Ben Turner.
Oh, Elwyn, I'm so glad for you.
Thank you.
You must be so proud.
I am. Excuse me for a minute. Billy?
Yes, honey?
What's wrong with Jesse-Belle?
Huh?
Well, look at her. She's walking out.
Going home early, I reckon.
See if you can talk her into staying.
She'll come back if she's of a mind to.
Night's young yet. Ruin my party if folks start leaving early. Go on.
Okay, I'll do what I can. Jesse-Belle?
Don't you come near me.
I was hoping you'd wish us well.
You'll have nothing from me but my curses.
No need for you to take on so, Jesse-Belle.
Do you want me to go in there and throw my arms around her, tell her I'm glad?
Jess, I'm sorry.
You weren't sorry the first night you came whistling up Eagle Rock Trail. I was washing supper dishes and heard you call my name, remember? And I ran like the wind to meet you.
Jess, don't.
All those things you told me, I believed. Remember when we clung together in the sweet night grass on Eagle Rock Mountain and the moonlight made the sea of silver mist on the fog below?
I remember.
And the day we ran together through the Scotch broom field and the sun was blazing down and we fell together and you touched me and the fire in me burned as hot as the white sun.
The fire has gone to ashes now, Jesse-Belle.
It still burns inside.
It's different with Elwyn and me.
Her pretty clothes and her daddy's land. Is that the difference, Billy Ben?
No, that's not the difference. I love her in a quiet way.
I don't want to know. You tell your love a thing for me, will you, Billy Ben?
What's that?
Tell her not to start making her wedding dress right away.
Why tell her a thing like that?
Because she ain't married you yet, Billy. Maybe she never will.
Fair was Ellie Glover, fair was Jesse-Belle. Both they loved the same man, and both they loved him well.
Go away.
I've got to see you.
If you come to my house, just walk right in. I don't ask nobody here.
Granny Hart.
What do you bother an old woman for this time of night?
Folks say you got power.
Folks say a lot of things.
They say that all of Moses Crowley's cows sickened and died after he shot that hawk you used to keep.
That hawk was my pet. He used to roost at the black pine tree outside the door.
And when Molly Younger's baby was dying of fever, Molly went somewhere and got a potion for him. Folks said she came here.
She did. And that baby lived, too, didn't he?
Lived, but he's cursed with fits. His mama don't let him out of the house.
What else do they say of me?
They say you're a witch.
Sugar, if I was a witch, I'd be flying around on my broom instead of sitting here at home minding my own business.
Whatever you are, will you help me?
Depends, sugar.
I want to win a man's love.
Womankind's got her own kind of witchcraft for that.
He was mine for a while. Came sneaking off at night and kept it quiet what went on between him and me. Never took me any place for the world to know. He made me promises. Made them when his face was hot as blood and forgot them just as soon as he was 10 feet from my door.
Don't know much about men, do you, sugar?
Only him.
What man?
Billy Ben Turner.
Ooh, a pretty one he is, with strong, round arms to hold a girl.
And a fickle heart like the whole race of men.
How you want him to love you, gal? There's lots of ways of loving.
Tell me some kinds.
As many as there are people.
Could you make him love me like he did? When he couldn't let a night pass without seeing me. When he'd fight if any other man so much as looked at me.
How much money did you bring me?
I don't have any money.
Then how do you expect to pay me?
I'll give you my pearl hairpin. The pearl is real, brought back from across the seas by my daddy in one of the wars. And the stick is made of silver.
Ah, silver! Put it out of my sight. That all you got to offer me?
That's everything on earth I own, save the clothes on my back.
You better go home, gal. Live your life without Billy Ben Turner.
I won't have any life without him. You've got to help me.
There's something I can give you. but the price is high.
I told you I didn't have any money.
Tain't money.
If it's in my power, I'll pay it.
Oh, it's in your power.
What is the price?
You'll know in the midnight hour of time.
Whatever it is, I'll pay.
Take this little bottle. Drink.
All right. What was that?
The first sign of your new self.
Does he love me now?
After his eyes fall next on your face, they'll never look at another woman as long as they can look on you.
Billy,
Honey, what's wrong?
I feel faint.
Well, let's go in the corner. You're trembling.
The night's turned cold.
Seemed cold to me.
I felt a cold wind, and something on the wind, like my own voice crying far, far away. I wish our wedding were already done.
And me. Give me a kiss.
Is kissing all you think about?
Everybody, choose your partners.
I'm a fool for dancing, too.
Then let's not keep the fiddler waiting.
Hey, there's Jesse-Belle. She come back.
Come on, Jesse-Belle. Be my partner.
Why, thank you, John.
Now change partners and circle round. First man in the circle, choose your girl.
Go on round, Billy. I'll be waiting.
Hello, Billy Ben.
Jess, you look different.
Dance with me. Just us two.
Well, all of a sudden I don't feel much like dancing.
Let's go someplace.
Billy, are you going to dance with me or not?
In a little while, Elwyn. I gotta go outside. Come on, Jesse-Belle.
Where's he going?
Come along, Elwyn. You sit with Mother for a while. Maddie?
Oh, Daddy.
I never in my life. What come over the boy?
Whatever it was, he better get over it, or he'll answer to me.
It's a shame and a disgrace. If Billy Ben expects you to marry him after this, he'll have to think again.
He won't be marrying me.
I'm glad you got spirit, child.
I'd still have him if I could. If this very minute he would come back in that door and call my name, I'd go running to him.
I'd not let you shame yourself so.
But he'll not be back. I won't even get the chance. Jesse-Belle bewitched him. Just before she took him away, he turned and looked at me. It was like he'd never seen my face before.
The scent of your hair is enough to drive a man crazy.
You're a master hand with sweet words, Billy Ben Turner.
When we're married, it'll be hateful to leave you of a morning.
I won't let you leave. I'll lock the door and keep you home all day.
And how will we live if I don't work my land?
When you go into the fields, I'll hide behind a juniper tree and sing songs to tease you home again.
And where will the money come from for the pretties I'll buy you?
What will you buy me?
Dresses of silk and combs for your hair, rings for your fingers, and...
There's only one ring I want.
If it's in my power, I'll get it for you.
Oh, you can get it all right, Billy Ben. All you gotta do is ask Elwyn to give it back.
I reckon she's gonna hate me now.
She can't hate any more than she can love. What'd you ever see in that girl, anyhow?
I forget.
You're a right fickle man, Billy Ben. Maybe you'll forget me, too, one day.
Hang me for a fool if I ever leave your side.
Looks like the moon is going down. I better go.
I won't let you I'm gonna keep you here all night.
I can't.
Why not?
Mama's home by herself. She'll worry about me.
You never worried about your mama before.
Let me go.
I don't want you away from me.
Billy Ben, let go of my arm.
What'd you do that for?
I told you, it's late. I can't be here anymore.
All right, then. It don't matter, Jesse-Belle. Can nothing change the love I hold for you?
I have to go home.
Hold up.
Just leave me be.
I'll walk you, sure enough.
I said good night.
Just one more kiss.
No!
Who was that brought you home?
Nobody, Mother. Go back to bed.
Honey, don't go right to bed. Come sit a spell and tell me about the dance.
In the morning. Good night.
Jesse-Belle, what you locking yourself in your room for?
Because I don't want you to see what I am now.
By day she knew a woman's form, by night a witch's spell. For love of Billy Turner, accursed was Jesse-Belle.
Honey?
Oh, Billy Ben.
I didn't mean to scare you, Jess. What are you sitting out here in the woods for?
I was just thinking.
I got something for you. Hold out your hand.
Ellie's ring.
Jess's ring now. It belongs to the one I love, and the one I love is you. Every minute I'm away from you is a suffering and a torment.
What do you know about suffering and torment?
I know it's finding a girl who's your heart's craving and having her keep putting the wedding day off.
There's all kinds of torment in the world. Like the one that comes from buying something and finding out that the price is dear.
What did you buy that cost so dear, Jess?
Something I love.
Do you love it still?
Better than life.
Better than me?
Nothing I love better than you.
I've been to see the preacher today, Jess.
What did you want with him?
You've been taking so long to set the day. I said it myself. He's gonna marry us next Sunday.
I can't be ready by then.
I spoke to your mama. Your wedding dress will be all sewed. My house is clean. Everything new and waiting for you.
Oh, Billy.
Jess, have you changed your mind?
No.
Then why keep putting the wedding day off?
I just can't tell you, Billy.
There's no room for secrets between you and me. Wait, where are you going?
I have to be gone from you for a while.
Stay now, Jess. I got a craving to be with you every minute.
Let me go, Billy.
Never knew a man could have such love as I hold for you. There's no peace from it, Jess. It burns in my brain night and day. I tell you...
Let me go.
Ow! What'd you scratch me for? Billy Ben Turner. Have you gone and fallen in love with a hellcat?
Womb of frog and heart of bat, tongue of sparrow, blood of cat, grasshopper's eyes and lizard skin, yolk of egg from a strangled hen, cud of cow and poppy seed, snout of swine and adder's weed, graveyard dust and breast of dove, bubble, bubble, wine of love.
Didn't you hear me knocking?
Never let trouble in the door if I can help it.
How do you know I'm in trouble?
Child, there's little I don't know.
Then maybe you can help me.
You change your mind, now you got what you want?
I haven't got what I want.
Don't tell me, child, that you haven't got the love of Billy Ben Turner.
Oh, I've got his love, all right. But I can't take it, for fear he'd find out the price I paid. It's the same as if my heart's been cut out and a stone put where the heart was.
It ain't your heart, gal.
What then?
Oh, everybody's got a different name for it. Some call it a soul.
That was in the bargain, too?
That's always in the bargain when you barter with witches.
You said you weren't a witch, that you just had power.
Well, you might as well know the truth, because you're one, too. I changed you, sugar.
Then change me back.
Gal, you can't ever change. What you are is what you're going to be till you die.
Then I hope I die soon.
You're looking at it all wrong. Be a witch and take a witch's pleasure. Take the man you bargained for.
Don't you think I want to? But how long do you think I'd keep him if he found out what happens when the clock strikes 12? That's the worst of all. Waking up when it's over and not knowing what I've done. Please, I promise I'll pay.
Your promises don't mean a thing. You're already trying to get out of paying for the first favor I did you.
I can't live this way.
Take what you bargained for, gal.
It's not fair to Billy Ben.
Then go away from here, witch. I've got no time for you.
I tell you, I can't do that to Billy Ben. Billy Ben?
Jess, I've been out of my mind. I've searched the county over for you, cursing myself every step of the way. Jess, where you been?
I went off by myself.
Did you think about me?
You were all I thought about.
And did you think about me with love?
Yes, Billy.
I won't try to talk you into a quick wedding anymore. Whatever it is that's on your mind, you don't even have to tell me. You set your own day for the wedding.
There will be no wedding, Billy Ben.
Oh, don't say a thing like that.
Not between you and me.
I'd as soon hear my death bell is what you're saying.
I'd as soon hear my own death bell as say it.
To forget it was said. I love you, Jesse-Belle. I want you for my wife.
You wouldn't want me long. One night and you'd turn away from me.
Curse me for a fool if ever that day should come.
Your flesh would crawl and you would hide your face from me. I set you free, Billy. Take this ring back.
It belongs here, on your finger.
Hear that?
A night bird calling his mate.
But his mate won't come. I saw her on the trail tonight, winging up against the sky, but then a nighthawk swooped up out of the pines and tore her breast open. She fell at my feet and ran off into the bushes to die. A night bird calling to a mate that's dead is the lonesomest sound in the world. It would grieve me too much to do that to you.
Jess, it wasn't an omen. It don't mean you're gonna die.
Billy Ben, if I saw Old Man Death come walking down Eagle Rock Trail, I'd run to meet him and I'd beg him on my knees to take me with him.
Jess, what is it that's cursing you? I got a right to know.
It's late. I've got to go.
Not yet.
Billy Ben, if you love me, stand aside. It's my time.
Jess! Jesse-Belle!
An awful night was spent by all. On Eagle Rock did dwell. Strange things were seen by moonlight's fall, but none saw Jesse-Belle.
Where? Oh. Billy Ben's place. But how?
Take the man you bargained for. Give him a witch's love.
No.
Nothing can change your sugar. Witch you are and witch you'll always be.
No.
You've paid the price. Take what you've paid for. Take what you've paid for. Take what you've paid for.
Billy Ben!
What? Jesse-Belle.
Morning.
You all right?
Of course I am. Sorry about last night.
Me too. I never saw such a night. Fell asleep at the kitchen table. The animals in the barn kept crying out. The cow got fractious and nearly kicked the stall down. Sheep bleating like they were seeing wolves. I had to go out 2 or 3 times to quiet them.
Let me fix you some breakfast.
Now there's my girl. I'll start the fire.
I'll fix it for you every morning, and your dinner and your supper too. Then go up on the hill and pick wildflowers to make the place nice.
Honey, ain't I been begging you to do just that?
I made up my mind. Next Sunday, come what may, I'll be your wife.
Oh, Jess.
You're a long way from home, Ellie Glover.
Oh, hello, Jess.
What are you doing up here on Eagle Rock?
I came to pick some flowers.
Same as me. Lots of wild ones around. There's a patch of old maid's fern farther up the mountain.
I notice a lot of vixenwort around myself.
I just come from seeing Billy Ben. Fixed his breakfast for him.
I reckon that's no concern of mine.
He's going to marry me when the circuit preacher comes next Sunday.
I wish you happiness for his sake.
You still love him, Ellie? Still dream about his strong arms and his sweet talk?
I'll love no other man.
How come you never tried to get him back?
The last time I saw his face, he was under a magic spell. Even the love I hold for him couldn't break it. Oh, there's ways, but such ways end bad.
What ways you talking about?
I think you know.
Jealous, ain't you?
No. Heartsick. To see wrong done to a good man.
I hear there's a wildcat loose in the county. Ain't you scared to be out here?
I'll be home by dark. It won't venture out till nightfall.
No telling what a wildcat'll do.
I reckon we don't have much to fear. My daddy says that killer cat will be dead by morning.
Since when can your daddy look in the future and tell what's gonna be?
He's going hunting for that cat tonight. Him and Obed Miller and Billy Ben. All the men in the county.
Billy Ben didn't say nothing to me.
My daddy's gone over to ask him right now. If that cat's smart, it'll stay home tonight.
Maybe.
Stand still, Jess. You're as nervous as a fox in a forest fire.
Mama, is it going to take you all night to fix that helm?
You never would have had such a fine wedding dress without Billy Ben hadn't give me the money, you know that?
I saw Ellie Glover today, up on the mountain picking wildflowers.
How did she look?
Sickly, like she might die soon.
Why, I didn't even know the poor thing was ailing. I ought to fix some of that tonic I used to make and take it to her.
You and your tonics. You're worse than Granny Hart.
Granny Hart?
Everybody knows she sells old potions and things.
She ain't sold any to you, has she?
Don't talk crazy.
It always struck me peculiar how Billy Ben turned from Elwyn on the very night their betrothal was announced. Turned from Elwyn and gave his love to you.
Loved me long before he ever loved her.
Loved her enough to want to marry, then turned away from her. Why, Jess?
Don't ask me. Men are strange people.
Sometimes they do strange things because of potions and powders. Is that what made him blind to every other woman?
Oh, where would I get the money for potions and powders?
That old woman don't always ask for money, Jess. How did you pay her? Oh, God, Jess, how did you pay her?
With my flesh, my blood, and my soul, and my heart, and my head, I paid dear for Billy Ben.
Kneel down with me. Let us pray.
It's too late, Mama. My prayers aren't heard in heaven anymore.
Then I'll find a way to help you.
If you want to see me alive again, bolt my door tonight. And no matter what happens, don't open it till morning comes.
Okay, man, you know what to do. Kind of late in the year for a big cat to be roaming these parts. By this time, they usually ranging farther south.
Luther?
Billy Ben?
I brought my shotgun. Howdy, fellas.
Howdy.
Got a full moon. That cat'll be out tonight for sure, hungry or not.
This ain't a hungry cat. Kills for the pleasure of it.
Hunger or pleasure, a full moon will fetch him out.
Howdy, Obed.
Howdy, Luther. Howdy, man. Brought my gun and my hound dog. Nothing gets past old Daisy.
Good, good. Well, I reckon everybody's here that's coming. Let's pull out.
You okay in here, Jesse-Belle?
It's late, Mama. Go to sleep and let me be.
But it's almost 12 o'clock. Jess! How'd you break the window? Where have you run off to?
Hold on, man. I think old Daisy found something.
Which way?
Over there, through the trees. She struck a trail.
That's my land. We come full circle.
Quiet, Blue. What's the matter with you? What's the matter, Blue? Having a bad dream? Nothing's gonna hurt you. What are you looking at? Something up in the loft? What is it? An owl? Why are you scared of it?
Ellie! Ellie!
Up there! Look out, Daddy!
Daisy, come here.
Raise the lantern.
Never seen no cat like that.
Black as night, it is. Shoot, men!
I think we got it.
Where'd he go? Hold your lanterns high.
It's gone.
Can't just disappear.
The cat was a witch.
Never seen nothing like
Daddy?
That thing hurt you, Ellie?
No, Daddy. I fainted is all.
You see it, Billy?
I sure did. Nothing here now.
Well, our work is done for the night. Go on home, men. Whatever it was ain't here no more. Can you stand up, Ellie?
I think so.
I'll help her, sir.
You do that while I tell her mother she's all right.
I'm fine, Daddy. I'll just be a minute.
Here, take my arm.
Did it hurt you, Billy Ben?
No, I'm all right. I'm enduring glad to see Ellie. Pretty as always.
It's good to see you, Billy.
It's been a long spell.
Yes, it has. What's that shiny thing in your hand?
It was right next to you where you fell, like it dropped down from the loft.
Looks like the ring.
It sure is. The same one I gave to you once. Only how did it get here?
Maybe it's an omen.
Elwyn, I'd appreciate it if I could come and sit up with you again some night.
That would pleasure me right fine, Billy. Come whenever you feel like it, and make it soon.
Warm was Ellie Glover, cold dead was Jesse-Belle, and husband would be Billy Ben of the one he loved so well.
Come on in.
Hello, Billy.
Miss Ossie, what are you doing here?
I won't stay but a minute, Billy Ben. Just wanted to wish you all the happiness in the world on your wedding day.
I appreciate it, Miss Ossie, but won't you be at the wedding?
I wouldn't spoil the day for Elwyn. She'd see me and think of Jesse-Belle.
There's no shadow of Jesse-Belle between Ellie and me.
God grant there never will be.
A full year now Jesse-Belle's been dead.
How do you know she's dead, Billy?
I saw her die.
Billy, I brought you something. This pearl and silver stick pin. It used to belong to Jesse-Belle.
Poor Jess. I appreciate it, Miss Ossie.
It's made of silver, and silver is one thing a witch is scared of.
What witch could want to harm Ellie?
There's a terrible thing I've got to tell you. A secret about Jesse-Belle.
What secret?
That same night she disappeared, she mentioned Granny Hart. Jesse-Belle was witched. It's a bitter thing for a mother to know that her only child's a witch. Billy, she ain't dead.
I was there. Fired some shots myself.
Billy, some months back, I went into Jesse-Belle's room. Sitting on her pillow was a wart toad. I grabbed a broom and brought it down with all my might. That toad disappeared in a puff of smoke.
It could have been a cloud of dust.
It was the spirit of Jesse-Belle. Another night, a bat flew in the house. I tried to kill it, but it turned to smoke too.
Miss Ossie, I saw her die.
Don't you know you can't kill a witch? They just change into something else.
If a person is good and strong, then a witch can't harm them. Ellie will have nothing to fear from Jesse-Belle. And now, Miss Ossie, I'm going to be late for my wedding if I don't hurry.
I hope and pray, Billy, there'll be no one there who wasn't invited.
To love and to cherish till death do us part.
To love and to cherish till death do us part.
According to God's holy ordinance, and thereto I plight thee my troth.
According to God's holy ordinance, and thereto I plight thee my troth.
Those whom God hath joined together, let no man put asunder. I now pronounce you man and wife.
Come on, honey, let's get on home.
Yes. Billy Ben looked a mite nervous, like he was going to pass out.
Well, I remember feeling the same way when I married you.
Oh, you get along now.
Here we are, sweet thing.
Billy Ben, are you going to let your bride walk across your threshold?
Never.
Now put me down if I'm going to get changed out of this pretty dress. Billy!
What's the matter?
Something has hold of my arm.
It ain't me.
But I can feel it.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
What'd you do that for?
It wasn't me.
It sure was your hand.
Oh, Billy, I drew blood. I never did that of my own will. Something took hold of me and moved my hand.
I didn't see nothing, Ellie.
There's something in this room. Something we can't see nor hear. Something evil. Can't you feel it?
Not sure.
Look, a mouse on your grandfather clock.
Ellie, careful!
Oh, Billy, it could have killed me.
I've got you, honey.
It was a mouse, as black as night. Take me home.
This is your home now.
But something doesn't want me here.
I know what it is that's trying to chase you out. Sit down. Hold on to this Bible. I gotta be gone from you a short time. Do you trust in the Lord?
Yes.
Then His word will keep you safe. If the devil himself comes in this room, don't leave that chair.
Doors open.
Granny Hart, I'm short on time.
You need a new sweetheart.
I got one, and I just made her my wife.
Ellie Glover with the golden hair. Ah, she's a beauty.
I'll not have her beauty long unless you tell me how to rid myself of a witch.
Jesse-Belle don't like you being married. I'm the one who witched that gal, so she could win your love, Billy Ben.
I never wanted no witch's love.
Witch's love is wild and sweet. Humans don't know nothing about it.
I know enough that if anything happens to Ellie, I couldn't live without her.
Jesse-Belle won't hurt your little wife. She's just pleasuring herself a little, teasing and having a good time.
Granny, my wife's alone. I gotta get back to her.
Then go, boy. Nothing holding you here.
How can I rid myself of Jesse-Belle?
You could kill her.
There's nothing to kill. She just turns to smoke and then comes back again.
There's ways. What you gonna pay me?
I brought money.
Not enough to kill a witch.
This is all I got. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it. Now go home. Get a dress that Jesse-Belle has worn. Hang it up so it looks like she's standing there. And then, if you're man enough, stab it through the heart with silver.
I'll do it. It's got to be one she wore.
This was to be her wedding dress. She put it on once when I was making it.
Thank you, Ossie. For me and my bride.
And Billy, if your hand fails you, remember there was a good part to Jesse-Belle too, and that part of her would bless you for ending her torment.
I told you not to leave the house.
I wanted to wait for you out here. What's that package?
Stay outside a minute longer. That thing you felt was the spirit of Jesse-Belle. She was a witch, Ellie, but I know how to get rid of witches.
All right, but...
You'll never be rid of me.
Jesse-Belle.
Come on, Billy Ben. Dance with me in the moonlight.
No, get away!
Let me in.
Take the dress. Hang it up like she's standing here, okay? Now, the stick pin.
Oh, Billy. Oh, what have you done?
Stabbed you through the heart, just like Granny Hart said.
Oh.
Now I'm giving you your eternal rest.
Oh, Billy.
Goodbye, Jesse-Belle.
I loved you, Billy Ben. Billy Ben.
Nothing left but the dress. Ellie! Ellie, let hell swallow me if I've killed you too.
Billy, I remember a wedding. Did I dream that?
No, you are my pretty little wife.
Then I should be cooking you some supper. Help me up.
Not too fast.
Look up there, Billy Ben. That star just danced in the sky, then went shooting down behind Eagle Rock Mountain. My mama says when you see a fallen star, it means a witch has died.
So I've heard tell. Come on inside. It's our wedding night.
Fair was Ellie Glover, dark was Jesse-Belle. Both they loved the same man, and both they loved him well.
A tale told in one form or another, as long as there have been people to tell it. And if you're thinking it's just a fairy story, here's a piece of advice. The next time the moon is up, put another stick on the campfire. And if you see a falling star, be sure to make a wish. It just might keep you safe from the great darkness out there. A darkness that extends all the way from the Blue Ridge Mountains to the Twilight Zone. You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are those of imagination. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
One old-fashioned, one Scotch rocks, a whiskey sour, and a B&B.
Which table?
Number 3.
Miller, Jackson, and Whitaker, right?
That's right, the usual.
Got it.
Oh, and make the Scotch a double.
For Mr. Jackson.
You're learning.
Old man Jackson. Bet he was here before I was born.
As was I.
No offense, William.
None taken.
Who's the whiskey sour for?
Mr. Corrigan has joined them again this evening.
I wonder why.
I expect he wants to learn from the past.
Yeah, but that's all those old guys talk about. The past. He ought to join another club. Someplace that's co-ed at least.
There's no substitute for experience, Daniel. None whatsoever. If you want to learn the ropes, so to speak.
I hear that. Here you go. Shall I run a tab?
Table 3 always runs a tab.
Gotcha.
Bring me another bourbon, will you please, William?
Certainly, sir.
Oh, and some peanuts to go with that.
Yes, sir.
Well, that trumps me. No more cards, gentlemen. You've picked my pockets again.
We play by the honor system, Corrigan. You know you have a line of credit with us.
No, not tonight. Unless you care to let me make that last bid over again.
You don't think that would change anything, do you, Peter? We had you on the ropes 10 minutes ago.
Yes, but if I bid spades instead of hearts...
Wouldn't have made a bit of difference. Trust me, boy.
I do trust you, Mr. Jackson. It was my error. No doubt about that.
You have a point, though. One small detail, a jog to the left instead of the right, say, and things might turn out quite differently.
So true.
Just put the drinks down over there, would you, William?
Of course.
So you're saying?
He's saying that life turns on the finest of points, and I must say I agree.
In a game of cards, yes, but...
Will there be anything else?
Not just now, William.
Very good, sir.
What exactly are you getting at?
Oh, we've all seen it time and again. One vote more or less on the floor, a scandal that might have been avoided, and our current political standings would be quite different. It's a matter of choices as well as luck.
Let's say, Corrigan, that you go back in time.
Yes, and if that were possible, there'd be nothing to stop me from altering the course of history. Is that it?
Imagine this. It's October 1929. the day before the stock market crashed.
If only my grandfather had known about that one.
You know that on the following morning, the securities are going to tumble into an abyss.
And how would I know?
Because you carry with you the knowledge of the present, of what's to come.
Of course.
Of course.
Now, using that prior knowledge, there are 100 things you can do to protect yourself.
But following your logic, I'd be anachronism. They'd spot me right away, probably lock me up, because I don't really belong back there. My clothes, my speech.
It doesn't matter. You'd find a way to pass. The important thing is, once you were there, you could sell your holdings the day before the crash.
As my grandfather should have.
All right, but what if I did, and that very act started the crash a day earlier?
He does have a point.
Though even that's unlikely.
How so?
Hear me out. History tells us that on October 24th, 1929, the bottom dropped out of the stock market. That's a fixed date. October 24th, 1929. It already exists as an event in the history of the 20th century, in our own past. The forces that made us as we are. Ergo, by definition, it can't be altered, not by those of us who are products of those very events. You see?
And I say it can. What's to prevent it?
What would be the mechanism to make it occur? A time machine? Some technology that hasn't been invented yet?
What's the mechanism for human life? Birth and death? Do we understand that? No. But it's real, I assure you.
Jackson's right. What's to prevent me, say, from going to a broker on the morning of October 23rd or October 22nd?
Why go back that far? Yesterday would do nicely. Go to the racetrack with a list of winning horses.
That would be entirely for personal gain. A matter of manipulating numbers. When you're dealing with matters of life and death...
Why else go back to 1929 then? Unless you can think of a reason other than money.
Well, there was a certain little flapper named Louise Brooks.
Well, that was before even your time, Walter.
Alas.
Witness a theoretical argument at the very private Potomac Club in Washington, D.C. The club was founded in 1858, but the argument is occurring in the present between four intelligent men. They're talking about an improbable thing, whether it's possible to go back in time. A friendly debate after a game of cards revolving around a simple issue. Could a human being actually change what has happened before? Interesting and theoretical, because who ever heard of a man going back in time? Until tonight, that is. Because the Potomac Club just happens to be situated not only in Washington, D.C., but somewhere near the edges of the Twilight Zone.
And now, back to our story from the Twilight Zone. Back There, starring Jim Caviezel, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
There can be no such device according to science.
Don't be so sure. The answer may lie within, rather than from a deus ex machina. Ever hear of black ops?
I've heard of men in black.
Same thing. There's secret funding going on right now, strictly off the books, you understand, to project the minds of CIA agents to other locations. Now, if they can do that, using only brainwaves...
Who says they can do that?
Gentlemen, we've strayed from the subject. The topic is the paradox of time travel.
Oh, we don't even know if it exists.
Care to place a friendly wager on that? Thousands of people disappear every year into thin air. Poof.
Who can say where they go? Maybe they found another place to go. Someplace where they're needed.
What?
Someplace where their talents are useful.
You all right, my boy?
Yes. I just felt a bit dizzy there.
Happens to me too. Not enough sleep.
I say where they can make a genuine contribution. I fear that some of us were born too early or too late.
My feelings as well. A man named Charles Fort once said...
What time's it getting to be?
Coming up on 7 o'clock, I should think. What does your watch say?
Closer to 8, actually. Gentlemen, I'm afraid I'll have to leave the subject of time travel to you and H.G. Wells. I'm much too tired to get any more metaphysical than that. And since nobody has ever gone back in time...
Care to place a friendly wager?
Then the whole blame thing is much too theoretical, as far as I'm concerned. See you over the weekend?
If you don't get lost back there, Peter.
Where?
Why, in time, of course.
I'll try not to. Good evening, everybody.
Leaving, Mr. Corrigan?
That's right, William. Good night.
Oh, I'm desperately sorry, sir. I've spilled coffee on your sleeve.
No harm, William. No harm at all.
Oh, that was clumsy of me.
I think I shall survive. I really do.
Let me wipe your jacket.
No need, honestly. I'll see you tomorrow.
Did you have a coat with you, sir?
No, I'm rushing the season a little tonight, William. I felt spring in the air. Came out like this.
Well, April is spring, sir.
It's getting there. What is the date?
April 14th, Mr. Corrigan.
April 14th already? And the year?
I beg your pardon, sir.
I'm just kidding, William. I know what year it is.
Of course, sir.
Well, good night, William. Take care of yourself.
I'll do my best, sir.
Taxi, mister?
No, thanks. I think I'll just walk.
Okay, Mac.
What? What is wrong with me? My head?
Who is it? What do you want?
I need to sit down for a moment. I don't feel well.
And you are?
Peter Corrigan, a guest of Mr. Jackson.
Mr. Jackson?
I was just inside.
No, you were not.
Of course I was.
We are closed this evening.
This is the Potomac Club, isn't it?
It is.
Then let me in. I left something inside.
Now see here, you. The club is closed.
But I just left here a minute ago.
The devil you did. Are you drunk, young man? Is that it?
I am not drunk. I want to see Mr. Jackson.
There is no Mr. Jackson here.
Or Whitaker, or Millard, or William. Let me talk to William. Where is he?
William who?
I don't know his last name. William, what's the matter with you? Where did you come from? And what's the idea of those clothes you're wearing?
As good as your clothes, sir. Now be gone with you.
Hey, come on, open up.
You best get away from here. I'll call the police. Go on. Get out of here.
Carriage, sir.
Carriage? Since when are there carriages in Washington?
Why, since always, sir. May I take you somewhere?
Get away from me. I'll go home. That's it. And sleep it off. I'll go home.
All right. Have a bit of patience. I'm coming. Yes?
Sorry, my key didn't work.
Your key?
Oh, no. Who are you, may I ask?
Mrs. Landers, the landlady.
You're the landlady?
And you, sir?
Is this 19 West 12th Street?
That's right. Whom did you wish to see?
To see?
Which one of our guests, young man?
I used to live here. It's the oldest building in this section of town. I was just wondering if...
How's that?
What I mean is, as I remember it, it was the oldest...
Well, now, really, I can't spend the whole evening standing here talking about silly things like which is the oldest building. If there's nothing else...
Then, do you have a room?
I have, for acceptable boarders. Do you come from around here?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Army veteran?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I am.
Well, come in. I'll show you what I have. Your coat.
What?
Your long coat and your hat. You may leave them by the door.
Of course, I'm not used to it.
Used to what?
The hat. I don't wear a hat very often.
May I inquire as to your business?
I'm an engineer.
Really? A professional man? Well, come upstairs and I'll show you the room.
Not the one on the second floor by any chance at the end of the hall?
Why, yes. How would you know that?
Well, I've heard good reports about your establishment.
I'm planning to repaint it soon.
Oh, don't do that.
I beg your pardon?
Well, I mean, I'd like to see it in its original colors before it is remodeled.
Well, I suppose it will do for a while longer.
I'm sure it's fine.
Off to the play?
That's right, Mrs. Landers.
Dinner at the Willard and then to the play if my husband finds a cab in time.
Well, enjoy yourselves and applaud the president for me.
We'll certainly do that.
Good night, Mrs. Landers.
Good night, my dear. Have a good time. This way, Mr. Corrigan.
What did you say?
What did I say? To whom? When?
To the gentleman in uniform. What did you just say to him?
Now what's the trouble?
You just said something to him about the president.
She told me to applaud him. Where might your sympathies lie?
Yes, young man. Which army were you in?
The Army of the Republic, of course.
Then why make such an issue of applauding President Lincoln? That's his due, is it not?
That and everything else. May the good Lord bless him.
You're going to the play tonight?
We hope to, if my husband stops dawdling.
What theater? What play?
Ford's Theater, of course.
Ford's Theater. Ford's Theater.
Are you all right? I mean, do you feel well, sir?
What's the name of the play?
I beg your pardon?
The play, the one that you're going to see at Ford's Theater. What's the name of it?
Why, it's called Our American Cousin.
And it's April 14th, isn't it? April 14th, 1865. Our American Cousin. And Lincoln's going to be there.
Indeed he is.
Get out of my way.
Really, sir? I'd call your actions most strange.
Where are you going?
I have to stop it. Is this Ford's Theater?
It is, and who might you be?
It doesn't matter. You have to let me in.
Are you the new understudy?
No, I need to get a message to...
Now, you just give me your message and I'll pass it along.
You don't understand. This is a matter of life and death.
I'm sure it is, but only the cast can get through this door.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. You see, I am the new understudy.
Name?
Peter Corrigan, but you won't find it on the list. I'm a last-minute replacement.
Sure. Now, why don't you just tell me your message, and I'll see to it then.
Let me in before it's too late.
You stay back.
I have to get through. President Lincoln is going to be shot tonight.
Oh, President Lincoln, is it? Be gone with you now before I call the police.
You've got to warn him. Tell everybody or the president is going to die.
You shut your lying mouth about the president.
It's going to happen unless you tell the guards.
There. That'll hold you. Now somebody call the police and get this lunatic out of here.
Next.
This one was drunken vagrant, sir.
You again. Hello, Malloy.
Hello, Sergeant. A pleasant evening to you.
Whereabouts?
Right outside the Capitol, sir. Plain as you like. Ready to camp out, it looked like.
That's true, Mr. Malloy.
Oh, just for a few hours it was. Such a nice big lawn they have. I'm sure Mrs. Lincoln wouldn't mind none.
That's the First Lady to you. Let him sleep it off. I can smell it on his breath.
Oh, you needn't trouble yourself. I can sleep out just fine on a spring night like this. The moon and the stars. If certain people would mind their own business.
Come along.
Next.
This one, sir.
A fancy Dan with too much money in his pockets, huh? What's he done?
Nothing except trying to save the country from grief.
You best hold your tongue.
I demand you let me out of here right now.
The sergeant told you to...
While you two idiots are arguing, you're gonna lose a president.
He's got a mouth on him, doesn't he?
That's what he's been yelling all the way over to the station. And that's what the doorman at Ford's Theater popped him on the head for. Tried to pound his way right through the stage door, yelling some kind of crazy things about President Lincoln going to get shot.
He will be shot tonight in the theater. A man named Booth.
And how would you be knowing this?
Never mind. I'm telling you the truth. Now, will you stop wasting time and do something about it?
I suppose you've been to one of them seances, some kind of seer or wizard or something with all the fashion these days. Stuff and nonsense, if you ask me.
I only know what I know. If I told you how I know, you wouldn't believe me.
So, you don't want to answer the question?
Look, keep me here if you like. Lock me up, but do something.
Good idea. Turnkey, let this one sleep it off too.
Come along. This way.
You boobs had better hear me out! Somebody get to the president's box at the Ford Theater! Either keep him out of there, or put a cordon of men around him! A man named John Wilkes Booth is going to assassinate him tonight!
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
My card. The name is Wellington, Sergeant. Jonathan Wellington.
Well, what can I do for you, Mr. Wellington?
That man you just had incarcerated, Mr. Corrigan, I believe he said his name was?
Drunk, sir. That's probably what he is.
Drunk or perhaps ill. I wonder if he could be remanded in my custody. He might well be a war veteran. If so, I'd hate to see him placed in jail.
Well, that's real decent of you, Mr. Wellington.
The least I could do for one of our own. A survivor of the Great Conflagration.
You see, you want him remanded in your custody?
Precisely. I'll be fully responsible.
Fully?
I think perhaps I might be able to help him. I myself am a veteran, you see. I know the torment that lives on in a man's soul after returning to civilian life. It is a horror, not easily laid to rest.
All right, sir, if that's what you like. But I'd be careful of this one if I was you. There's a mighty bunch of crackpots running the streets these days, and many of them his-like. Many of them dangerous, too, sir.
I must accept that risk.
Turnkey, have Corrigan brought back out here. This gentleman's going to look after him. It's real decent of you, sir. Real decent indeed.
I'll be outside. Have him brought out to me, if you would.
I will indeed, sir. Next?
Begging your pardon, Sergeant.
What is it?
About that Corrigan, sir.
What about him?
Well, wouldn't it be wise, sir, if...
If what?
Well, he seems so positive, sir. So sure. About the president, I mean.
What would you have us do? Send all available police to the Ford Theatre? And on what authority? On the word of some demented fool who probably left his mind someplace back in Gettysburg.
I only thought...
If I was you, mister, I'd be considerably more thoughtful at sizing up situations. You'll not advance 1/2 grade the next 20 years. Now be good enough to stand aside and let me get on with my work.
Sergeant, it wouldn't hurt.
It wouldn't hurt if what?
I was going to suggest, sir, that if perhaps we placed an extra guard in the box with the president.
The president has all the guards he needs. He's got the whole federal army at his disposal, and if they're satisfied with the arrangements for his protection, then I am too, and so should you be. Next.
Take this glass of wine. It'll help you relax.
Thank you.
Feel better?
One question.
Yes?
Who are you?
At the moment, I'm your benefactor, and apparently your only friend. Turkish cigarette?
I don't smoke. Why did you take me out of the police station?
I'm in the government service. But as a young man in college, I dabbled in medicine of a sort.
Medicine?
Medicine of the mind.
A psychiatrist.
What?
Or what were they called before that? An alienist.
I don't know either term, but your symptoms do interest me.
What symptoms?
The story you were telling about the president being assassinated.
What time is it?
7:45. The play won't start for another 45 minutes. This time.
Precious little.
What gave you the idea that the president would be assassinated?
I happen to know, that's all.
You have a premonition?
I have a lot more than a premonition. Lincoln will be assassinated, and the course of history will be changed, unless somebody tries to prevent it.
I agree that such an event would change history, and very dramatically, as would an event that does not happen. That, too, can change the world.
Then do something.
Very well. I shall try to prevent it, if you can convince me that you're neither drunk nor insane.
If I told you what I was, you'd be convinced I am insane. So all I'm going to tell you is that I happen to know for a fact that a man named John Wilkes Booth will shoot President Lincoln with a pistol in Ford's Theater. I don't know what time it's going to happen. That's something I forgot, but...
Something you forgot?
Listen. Please.
What's the matter?
I think I better sit down.
Take my handkerchief. That bruise on your head hasn't been treated properly. You'd best cover it.
That's odd.
What is?
I'm so faint all of a sudden. So weak. It's almost as if I were...
As if you were what?
As if I suddenly got drunk, or something else. I've never felt like this before.
Yes?
The wine. You devil. You drugged me. You drugged me, didn't you? You drugged me.
I was forced to, my young friend. You're a very sick man, and a sick man doesn't belong in jail. He belongs in a comfortable accommodation where he can sleep and rest and regain his composure, his rationale. Rest, Mr. Corrigan. I'll be back soon.
Please, you've got to believe me. Lincoln's going to be shot tonight.
And that's extremely odd, because perhaps I'm beginning to believe you. Good night, Mr. Corrigan. Rest well.
No! No! Please. Let me out of this room. It's true. All of it. I know that the President of the United States is going to be assassinated tonight.
Stand aside.
There's no need to break it down, officer. I have an extra key. Oh, good Lord!
Are you all right, sir? What's happened here?
What time is it? You've got to tell me the time.
It's 10:35. Come on, Corrigan. Tell me what you know. You may be a madman or a drunk.
I'm neither.
But you convinced me. I've been everywhere from the mayor's office to the police commissioner's home, trying to get a special guard for the president.
And do they agree?
Not one.
Then go yourself.
But I don't have the authority.
Find out where he's sitting and get right up alongside him. That's the way it happened. Shot from behind. And then the assassin jumps from the box to the stage, and he runs out of the wings.
You're telling me this as if it has already happened.
It has happened. It happened 100 years ago, and I've come back here to see that it doesn't happen this time. Where's the man who brought me here? Where's Wellington?
Wellington? There's no one here by that name.
You're mistaken.
Well, I'm the chambermaid, and if he lived here, I'd know about it.
Tell me there's no one here by that name. He brought me in here. He lives in this room. Look, this is the handkerchief he gave me.
Let me see that.
No Wellington. I'm positive.
I tell you, his name was...
See for yourself. The initials on the handkerchief.
JWB.
That's right. Mr. John Wilkes Booth lives in this room, and that's what brought you here.
Booth? He said his name was Wellington. That's why he drugged me.
Drugged, sir?
He gave me wine and drugged me. He didn't want me to stop him. He's the one who's going to do it.
Surely not, sir. Not Mr. Booth.
Listen, officer, you've got to get to that theater. You've got to stop him. John Wilkes Booth. He's going to kill Lincoln. Will you leave here at once and stop him? Will you, please?
Wait, what's that outside?
The president's been shot.
President Lincoln's been assassinated.
Lincoln is dying.
Oh, saints, preserve us.
Oh, dear God. You were right. You did know. Oh, my dear God.
I tried to tell you! I tried to warn you! And one most important thing I've ever tried to do in my life. God, I failed. I failed. Why didn't anybody listen? Why? Why didn't anyone listen to me?
Good evening, Mr. Corrigan. Did you forget something, sir?
What? Forget something?
You just left a moment ago, sir. I thought you forgot something.
A moment ago?
Yes, sir.
Where's William?
William, sir? There's no attendant named William here.
And this is the Potomac Club?
Of course it is, sir. The oldest club in Washington, as you well know.
I want to go back to the card room.
By all means.
Well, invest in new technology all you like, but I stand by a traditional portfolio.
Nonsense. The digital revolution has rendered the old methods obsolete.
As am I, gentlemen, and yet I keep on ticking.
Diversifying is the key. Muni bonds, long-term certificates, real estate holdings.
Ah, back so soon, Pete.
Couldn't stay away.
Come on over and join this bull session. It has to do with the best ways of amassing a fortune. What are your tried and true methods?
We were talking about time travel, about going back in time.
Oh, that's old hat. We're on a new tack now. Money, and the best ways to acquire it.
Listen, all of you. I want to tell you something.
Of course, old man. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Then sit down and listen to a lot of palaver from some self-made swindlers.
Who's the fourth man?
Why, I think you know him. You most certainly do. Turn around so Corrigan here can see you.
Hello, Peter.
William? Is that you?
William here has the best method of all.
Oh, yes. My method for achieving security is by far the best, with an absolute minimum of risk. None at all, in fact. You simply inherit it. It comes to you in a beribboned box.
William, those clothes, you look like...
Yes?
A rich man. You, a very rich man.
Well, that's because I am, of course.
But how?
I was telling the boys, Corrigan, my great-great-great-grandfather was on the police force here in Washington on the night of Lincoln's assassination. He went all over town trying to warn people that something dire might happen.
He was a patrolman?
A lowly officer of the law.
Yes, of course, and he looked a bit like you.
Well, there is one surviving photograph. A slight resemblance, perhaps. In any event, exactly how he figured out that the president would be shot, nobody seems to know. The explanation, if there is one, is certainly not a matter of record. But because there was so much surrounding publicity, people never forgot him. He became a police chief, then a councilman, did some wheeling and dealing in land, and became a millionaire. And after that, well, the family fortune only grew. Now then, what do you say we get back to our bridge, gentlemen?
Corrigan was going to tell us something.
Well, what was it you wanted to say?
William, you don't work here as an attendant?
Fancy that.
Not ever. And didn't you spill coffee on me?
Spill it? Where?
On my jacket. Here.
But there's no spot on your jacket.
You're right, there's not.
Listen, old chum, I was a member of this club while you were still going to prep school. I'm certainly not a snob, but, well, sir, an attendant? I really must protest.
Your cards, gentlemen.
In the matter of time travel...
Not a very fruitful subject.
I just wanted to say that I've made a discovery. Some things can be changed, and others can't. The most important ones, the ones that alter the world too profoundly. It must be that such matters are in hands greater than ours, because otherwise the present couldn't exist. Not in any form that we might recognize or even be a part of.
Just as you say, Pete. I bid one spade.
Excuse me, gentlemen, I must get back home.
Of course. Till next time.
Take care, boy. I bid 2 hearts.
Strange mood he's in tonight.
Looks piquant, doesn't he?
A bit. I wonder what's the matter with him.
Gentlemen, I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Now, let's get down to business. The bid?
Good night, Mr. Corrigan.
Wait.
Yes, sir?
How long have you worked here?
At the Potomac. It's been 17 years now.
And when I left the first time a few minutes ago, you remember that?
Certainly.
You were the attendant who saw me out.
Why, yes, sir.
I see.
Will there be anything else?
I guess not. Well, good night, then.
Need a cab, mister?
What? Oh, no. I'm afraid I'll have to find my own way home tonight.
Whatever you say, Mac.
Mr. Peter Corrigan lately returned from a place known only as Back There, a journey into time with highly questionable results, proving on the one hand that the threads of history are woven tightly and that the skein of events cannot be undone, and on the other hand that there may be small fragments of the tapestry that can be altered, however unpredictable the final result. Our thesis to be taken as you will in the Twilight Zone. You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are those of imagination. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
There. Superhero wrapping paper. Billy's going to like this one.
Hi, Mommy, we're back.
So I see.
We picked up a few things.
You did, huh?
Grandma!
Don't bother your grandmother, Billy. She's resting.
I want to see her.
She'll come downstairs for the party.
When?
In a little while. I'll call you when it's time.
Why don't you go play for now?
Just on the patio, though. Okay, Pumpkin?
Okay.
How is she?
Okay, I guess. She didn't want any lunch.
The doctor said he'd try to stop by.
Maybe we should cancel the party.
No, it'll cheer her up. You know how much she loves Billy.
But the excitement...
She wouldn't want it any other way.
Well, we'll make sure it doesn't take very long.
I'll go up and see how she's doing. Oh, and there's something in the bag for Billy. Mother asked me to get it. If you have a chance, maybe you could...
I'll wrap it up.
Thanks, Sil. I'll be back in a minute.
Take your time, honey. But I think she's asleep.
Mother?
Is that you, Chris?
How you doing?
Oh, fine. Just resting my eyes.
Well, you go right ahead. We've got everything under control.
Where's Billy?
In the yard, playing.
Oh, such a big boy. And today, another birthday. I can hardly believe it.
Neither can I.
Did you get him a present for me?
I sure did. The one you asked for. Sil's wrapping it up.
Good. Take the money from my purse.
No, don't worry about that. It's all taken care of.
I insist.
And I insist that you relax. Dr. Unger's coming in a little while. You want to look pretty for him, don't you?
Oh, Chris, you're such a teaser.
Well, who do you think I learned it from, Mama?
Just like Billy. He's so much like you, in so many ways.
Oh, I don't know about that. He's got Sylvia's nose and mouth.
And your eyes. When I look into those eyes, I see you at that age.
I don't know where he gets so much energy.
From his daddy, of course.
Now, hold on. I was the quiet type.
Oh, you were a ball of fire. Running this way and that, full of curiosity.
I find that hard to believe.
But it's true. Billy's the spitting image of you.
If you say so, Mother. Take your nap now. Can I get you anything?
Nothing at all. Just remember to call me when it's time for Billy's party.
He can come upstairs if you like.
Oh, nonsense. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
All right, Mother, you win. Just don't try to walk on your own. I'll let you know when it's time.
You do that, dear. Tell Billy I'll be there.
I will. Now get some rest.
As must be obvious by now, this is a house hovered over by Mr. Death, that omnipresent player in the third and final act of every life. It has been said, and perhaps rightfully so, that what follows this life is an unfathomable mystery, a bridge into darkness, passage over which is reserved exclusively for the dead. Or so the philosophic claim. But in a moment, a child will try to cross the bridge that separates light from shadow. And of course, he must take the only known route, that indistinct path through a region called the Twilight Zone.
And now, The Twilight Zone and our story, Long Distance Call, starring Hal Sparks, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
That's enough for now, Billy.
I like the way it sounds.
Can you help me set the table for dessert?
Is it time yet?
Almost.
Where's Grandma?
Well, you know, she wanted to come down, but she's awfully tired. You understand, don't you? You're a big boy now.
But I want to see her.
Maybe in a few minutes. Daddy's just gone up to...
There she is.
Chris, watch your step, honey.
Why is Daddy carrying you, Grandma?
Because she's light as a feather.
I've got your chair ready.
You go to so much trouble.
Mother, you've got to follow the rules of the house. And today, the rule is, the moment Billy opens his presents, you're going back upstairs.
That's fine, Chris. I always follow the rules, except when I don't agree with them.
Hi, Grandma.
There's my little angel.
Mother, the doctor told you not to exert yourself.
I don't exert. Billy is a feather to me.
Everybody get ready. Time for the candles.
I'll turn off the light.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Billy. Happy birthday to you.
Go on, son, blow them out.
Here it goes.
Wait now. You've got to blow out all the candles, or it is no good. Take a big breath, Billy. All of them.
Okay.
You did it!
Did you make a wish?
Yes.
What was it?
I can only tell Grandma.
Well, then, tell me.
I wish for is...
Don't you think we should all hear your wish?
That's not the way it works, honey. You know that.
It is a secret between the two of us. Isn't that so, Billy?
Mm-hmm.
And now we cut the cake.
Mother, let Sil do that.
What? You think I'm too old to hold the knife?
He didn't mean it that way.
When I am that old, you get the shovel and dig a hole.
I have a shovel and a pail.
Billy.
Yes, my angel. I know you do. To play with.
We had some good times at the beach, didn't we, Mama? All of us together?
Lovely times. Like tonight. I'm so happy. My heart is so full. I would like to say something. May I?
Sure.
Oh, my little Billy. My wonderful little boy. He gave me life again. An old woman, good for nothing but to complain. He held out his hands to me and made me alive.
Why are you crying, Grandma?
I don't know, Angel.
You don't?
Maybe it is because I won't be here with you for very long.
Now, Mama.
Why not?
I am going away.
Where?
No, please. Don't lie to him. Tell him the truth. I will be gone.
But where?
Come on, Billy. Grandma's tired.
I want a piece of cake.
Good idea. After we open the presents. Let's go into the living room.
Yeah, presents.
Is anything wrong, Gran?
No, a little short of breath. That's all.
Take my arm.
It's not necessary. You go. I can walk.
We'll go together, all right?
Look at that, son. A real cowboy gun.
Bang, bang.
Sit here, Mama.
Open this one next.
Okay.
Wait. Billy, do you want to see what Grandma got you?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
Right here, I think. Yes.
Wow, cool.
Well, you know what it is?
Yeah, telephone.
Why, that's a nice toy, isn't it?
Grandma picked it out for you.
For us, Billy. For you and me. So you can always talk to Grandma. Anytime. Even when she is not here.
Can you say thank you?
Thanks.
See, Mama, he loves it.
I'm so glad.
I want to talk to Grandma now.
You may.
You know how to work it, son?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Who is it, please?
Guess.
Is there someone who wants to talk to Grandma?
Yes.
What is his name?
It's me.
And who are you?
Billy.
Oh, Billy. It's so good to talk to you.
What's the matter, Mom?
You'd better take me upstairs. Now, Chris.
Of course.
Don't you want to play?
I want to, Billy. In a little while.
When?
Whenever you like. You talk on the phone. I will hear you.
Come on, up you go.
Don't hurt yourself, Chris.
Not a chance. I'm not a little boy anymore. I think I could carry my mother upstairs.
Can I call now?
Not yet, Billy.
I have a message for her. Hello? This is me. Grandma, please don't be sick. Don't be sick, Grandma. Can you hear me? I don't want you to be sick anymore. Someone's at the door.
I'll get it. You stay with Mom.
Come sit next to me, Billy.
Dr. Unger.
Chris,
Thanks for coming by.
how is she?
The same.
Sylvia,
Hello, Doctor.
how are you holding up?
Oh, don't worry about me.
Grandma?
Billy, stay here.
Is Grandma okay?
Of course she is.
I'll just look in on her.
Let me walk you upstairs.
I know the way.
Can I go too?
Later, Billy.
Sit here with us.
But I want to tell her something.
Oh, darling, we can't see her right now.
Why not?
She's not feeling very well.
Is she gonna get better?
I hope so, sweetie. I really do.
She isn't in any pain.
Can we see her?
I wouldn't advise it. Not that it would hurt her, but, well, I doubt that she would recognize you.
Oh.
We'd recognize her.
All right, Chris. Just don't stay long.
Me too.
Isn't it your bedtime?
I want to say goodnight to Grandma.
Billy, try to understand. Grandma's sick. Why don't you wait until she's well?
I want to see her now.
Billy, don't.
If I may make a suggestion.
Yes?
If he wants to see her, this might be the time.
Come with me then, but only for a couple of minutes. And Billy, listen to me. If Grandma acts a little different, that's only because of the medicine, okay?
Okay.
Then let's go. Sylvia?
Now? Do you think...
I think we'd better.
Mrs. Bales,
Yes,
I have some people here who would like to see you.
you do?
Go on in. I'll wait in the hall.
Hi, Mama.
What?
Grandma,
Angel.
are you sick, Grandma?
Not anymore.
Then why don't you get up?
Billy.
How you doing, Mama?
Who are you?
Who am I?
I don't know you.
It's Christopher, your son.
My son was taken from me by a woman. This is my son now. My only son. Little Billy.
Does it hurt, Grandma?
No. There is no pain.
Then what's the matter?
It will be so lonely. Oh, Billy. I wish you could go with Grandma.
Go where?
Away. Far away. Together. The two of us, Billy.
I want to go.
You and me, Billy. No one else. Just you and me.
Grandma? Grandma? Grandma?
Oh, Mama.
Goodbye, Gertrude. Goodbye.
I want Grandma. I want to talk to her. I have to. I need her. I want to talk to her. Hello, fishies. Do you want to play with me?
Billy? Billy, where are you? There you are. Didn't you hear me calling you?
No.
You know you're not supposed to be playing out here all alone.
Why not?
I don't want you so close to the pond. What were you doing?
Nothing.
Billy?
Looking at the fishies.
It's getting cold.
No, it's not.
I think you'd better come in now. Don't you want some lunch? I'll make you a cheese sandwich and some hot soup. Come on.
I want a hot dog.
All right. A hot dog, then. Why don't you wait in the dining room?
I go upstairs.
Why?
I want to go in my room.
Okay. I'll call you when it's ready. Oh, Chris.
What's the matter?
Billy.
I heard you calling him. Where is he?
In his room.
You all right?
I hope so.
What do you mean?
He's been walking around in a trance all day.
He misses her already. You know how close they were.
Yes, I do.
Why do you say it like that?
Like what?
Come on, Sil.
Well, why don't you admit it? They were too close.
She was his grandmother.
You and I know that. But you heard what she said.
What?
She called him her son. Her son, Chris.
She didn't mean it.
Didn't she?
No, of course not. For heaven's sake, Sylvia. She was full of sedatives. She was dying.
I'm sorry, darling. I'm sure you're right. It's just that... I guess we're all upset.
We'll get over it.
I know you will. Because you're strong. I do understand how hard it must be for you.
I don't have a choice.
But... how strong is Billy? Billy! Lunch is ready. Billy? Are you still upstairs?
Hey, Grandma. Won't you come and play with me?
What?
Cold there? I'm having a hot dog for lunch. What are you having? I couldn't do it. Mommy got me. I was gonna play.
Going to what?
Bye.
Who were you talking to?
Grandma.
Billy.
She says she's lonesome. She wants me to come and stay with her. Can I, Mommy? Can I?
I just wanted to say, well, how much we all liked your mother. She was a fine woman.
Thank you, John.
If there's anything we can do, anything at all.
I appreciate your coming.
A wonderful woman, Mr. Bales.
She was, Mr. Pennington. And I know she was fond of you. She mentioned you often.
If you need any help, you know, at the house.
We'll keep that in mind. I think everything's under control.
How's that dear little boy of yours?
Fine, Mary. He's with the babysitter.
I'd be happy to take him anytime.
Shirley's just down the street. She's been very good.
We have plenty of food at home if you want to stop by.
That's all right. We should get home to Billy, though.
I'll bring over a casserole so you don't have to cook.
Bless your heart. I made dinner ahead of time. All I have to do is heat it up.
Well, don't be a stranger.
You too, both of you. We should see each other more often.
Very kind of you to come.
I'm glad that's over.
She had so many friends. It was a lovely service, don't you think?
You know what I really think? Funerals stink.
I know. But it's a way of remembering her.
I wanted to remember her the way she was, the way she used to be when she was healthy. Now I'll always think of her like this. How she was at the end.
Come on, honey. Let's go home. Billy needs us.
Yes, he does. More than ever.
What? I'm not sure. They went to the funeral. I don't know when they'll be back. Yeah, I'll call you. No, don't come by. I told you I don't know. Oh, he's a good kid. Kind of depressed with his grandmother dying and all. Doesn't want to play or anything. And oh, wait a minute. Hey, Billy boy. Where you going?
Outside.
Is that okay with your mom?
Yeah.
You sure? What are you gonna do out there?
Play.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's good. That's real good. How come you decided to play?
Somebody wants me to.
Wants you to what?
Go outside.
Just don't go out of the yard, okay?
Okay.
Oh, nothing. He's just going out to play. It's the first time he wanted to do that today. No, I don't have to watch him. He's a good boy. He never wanders very far. He just sits and plays by himself. It's sad. I don't... Wait, what was that? Something's happened. I gotta go.
It's good to be home.
I can take care of things for a while.
Why?
Wouldn't you rather be alone?
That's the last thing I want.
Oh, okay then. I'll make us some coffee.
Sounds good.
Billy? Shirley? We're back.
Mrs. Bales?
Hi, Shirley. Are you in the living room? Is there anything I should...
Oh, Mrs. Bales,
Who's this?
Mrs. Bales, my name's Peterson, Jeff Peterson. I live down the block.
Where's Billy?
Sorry to bother you at a time like this. I mean, the girl told me about your mother-in-law's funeral. I'm very sorry, but,
What's happened?
Well, it's about your boy.
Billy?
What about him?
He's all right, Mr. Bales. I put him down for a nap about a half an hour ago.
Then what?
What about Billy, Mr. Peterson?
Well, now, I sure hate to say this, but, your son almost got himself killed this afternoon.
What?
He ran right out in front of my car, from nowhere. And lucky thing, I'm a cautious driver, Mr. Bales. If I wasn't, he might have...
Billy!
Billy never plays in the street. He never leaves the yard.
I know. That's why I didn't mind when he wanted to go out.
What happened?
Well, there wasn't any sense in putting on the brakes. He was too close, so I cut the wheel as sharp as I could. Just in time, too. Couldn't have missed him by more than a few inches. Not a scratch on him, I'm glad to say.
It wasn't my fault, Mr. Bales. Honest.
All right, Shirley. Apparently it wasn't anyone's fault.
Anyway, Mr. Bales, if I do say so, I think you better have a talk with your boy.
He's sleeping.
Oh, he's fine, just like I told you.
A talk? Why?
Well, when I saw that he was all right, I asked him, why'd he do a crazy thing like that, running out in the middle of a busy street? He said, somebody told him to.
Somebody told him to? Who?
He didn't say.
You know I wouldn't tell Billy to do a thing like that.
Who else did he talk to, Shirley?
No one. All day long, he just sat in his room playing with the telephone.
Chris?
You believe me, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Chris.
I'm sorry it happened, Mr. Peterson.
Don't be sorry. Be glad. The boy's safe.
What is it?
You'll see.
Well, he is all right, isn't he?
He's not really asleep. He was faking it.
Oh, for crying out...
Listen.
Listen to what?
He's talking to...
That's enough.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, Pumpkin, we're back. Would you tell me something?
Sure.
What's this running in the street business? Billy, you know you worried us.
I'm sorry, Daddy.
Well, why'd you do it?
I don't know.
Billy, who were you talking to on the phone just now?
Nobody.
I asked you a question, young man. Don't fib to me. Who were you talking to?
Nobody.
You'll tell me, you hear?
Oh, no.
Sylvia, let go of him.
All right. Let's see what you can accomplish, which so far is nothing.
Mommy hurt me.
She didn't mean it.
She doesn't like Grandma, does she?
Of course she does. She's just upset.
Why?
Billy, I've got to tell you something. I want you to try to understand, okay? You're a big boy now.
What?
You won't be seeing Grandma anymore. She didn't go away like we said. She died, Billy. Do you know what that means?
Yes.
Now, I know you're only pretending to talk to her on your telephone. I know it's a game you made up, but please, will you do me a favor, Billy?
Okay.
Don't do it around Mommy anymore.
Why?
Because... Well, just because. I'll explain it to you someday. Deal?
Deal.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Mommy now. See you in a little while, okay?
Okay, Daddy. Hi, I'm back.
All finished in the bathroom? Shall I turn out the lamp?
What?
The light. Do you want it off, or do you want to read for a while?
Yes.
Yes, which?
Whatever you like.
Oh, Chris. It's not what I want, it's what you want.
I don't care.
Please, don't shut me out.
Sorry, I was just thinking.
I know.
Sil,
Yes?
I know how hard it was for you. What you went through these last weeks and months, you did more than anyone. But I hope you understand.
Understand what?
My mother didn't mean any harm.
I suppose not.
It's the truth. She had 2 other children before me, and she lost them, and she couldn't let go. I was all she had.
Except for Billy.
Billy was me again. At least as far as she was concerned. A chance to go back, to pretend that none of the years had happened after Dad died. I know it wasn't right or fair to you, but honey, believe me, whatever she did out of love.
Love for whom?
What does that mean?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it the way it sounds. Really, I didn't, Chris.
You're trembling.
It's cold.
Pull up a blanket. Let's get some sleep.
Yes. It's been a long day.
The longest.
Hi. Yeah. Me too. Is it cold there?
Billy?
You giving me an ice cream bar? Oh, that would be cool. How about some candy? Me too.
No! I won't have it!
Mommy!
Who are you talking to?
What's the matter?
Give me that! What is it you're hearing? I want to know!
That's my phone!
Hello? Hello?
Give me my phone back!
Whose voice is that? Who?
Mommy, give it to me!
Not until you tell me. Say it! Say it!
It's my phone! It's from Grandma!
That's it! No more of this stupid telephone!
You broke it! You broke it!
Yes! And I'll break it even more into little pieces. You will never play with this telephone again. It is gone. Do you understand? Gone and never coming back.
I want it. I want it.
Why?
I want Grandma.
Billy? Billy! What did you do?
What did I do?
What happened here?
It was that stupid toy. I woke up and... I'm sorry, Chris. I lost my temper again, but...
Why did you break it?
I heard her.
Heard who?
Who do you think?
What are you saying, Sil?
She was there. On the phone. She didn't say anything, but I could hear her. Breathing.
That's crazy.
I know. But I heard it.
Come on, honey, snap out of it.
He was so upset.
Of course he was.
Where did he go?
Downstairs.
I'll go after him.
We both will.
That's the back door.
He's gone outside.
Billy! Billy!
Where is he?
In the patio.
Billy, come here, son.
The fish pond.
Billy!
Oh, no.
He's not breathing. I'll give him CPR. Go inside and call 911. Dr. Unger, too, now!
Lifton. Careful.
I got him.
How is he?
He's breathing. Thank God. We'll do everything we can. Put him in the ambulance.
If we had gotten here a few minutes earlier...
I'm going with you, Billy. Oh, my Billy.
Excuse me.
Yes?
My son, the little boy.
Oh, yes, Mr. Bales.
How is he?
He's out of IC. They're moving him to a private room.
Is he conscious yet?
I'm afraid not.
I brought some of his things. He's gonna come out of it, isn't he?
We're doing everything we can.
My wife's having a hard time.
The doctor will be here in a minute. He'll give her something.
Please tell him to hurry.
Now, if you'll wait over there.
Yes, of course.
Well?
Take it easy, honey, please. He's gonna be all right.
Is he?
Yes, I promise.
You can't promise that.
He's getting the best treatment.
It doesn't matter.
What?
It's too late.
Don't even think that.
No? Why not? We have to face facts.
What facts?
She's already taken him.
That's not true!
Yes, it is. She took him away. She has him now.
Syl, don't say that!
That's what she wants. What they both want. I can't fight her anymore. She's won.
Just a minute, sir.
Is this room 511?
Yes, but no visitors are allowed.
I'm his father. I brought some of his things.
You can leave him with me.
Give me a minute with him.
Well, just a minute, until Dr. Unger gets here.
Hi, Pumpkin. It's Daddy. Can you hear me? You're gonna be all right, you know. I swear you are. Why did you do such a crazy thing? Going in the fish pond. Mommy and I will take care of you from now on, you'll see. She doesn't mean to get you all upset. She's sorry. She's so sorry. She only meant you don't need that telephone anymore. It was Grandma's idea, but I'm the one who got it. I shouldn't have listened to her. Grandma's at peace now. You have to accept that. Please, Billy, try. She didn't want you to do anything like that, I'm sure of it. Anyway, I brought your telephone so that I can use it one more time, okay? Just once, and that's it. I have to try. You hear me? I know it's silly, but I have to. It's the most important call I've ever made. Mother, if you can hear me, by some miracle you can hear me at all, please listen to me now. You said you loved Billy, remember? On his birthday, you picked him up on your lap and hugged him and said that he gave you life again. I know you meant it. You did, didn't you, Mama? Well, if you did, if you really meant it, I'm asking you now to prove it. Give him back to us. He's 5 years old. Do you know how young that is? He hasn't even started. He doesn't know anything about school or girlfriends or wearing long pants or pitching a baseball. He doesn't know anything yet. He hasn't been anywhere. He's hardly been out of our house. There's a whole world he hasn't seen or heard or tasted or smelled or touched. Remember what you said. You said Billy gave you life again. Well, now you can give him life. If you really love him, let him live. Give him back, Mama. Give him back! Nurse! Nurse!
What's happened here?
I don't know, Doctor.
His heart! It's not stopping after all. It's stronger. And his breathing.
Blood pressure's rising. Heart rate's up.
Thank you.
Something's happened here. What?
His vital signs are stabilizing, Doctor.
Take a deep breath, Mr. Bales. Then go tell your wife. He's come back to us. I don't know how or why, but we've got him. He's going to be okay.
A toy telephone, an act of faith, a set of improbable circumstances, all combine to probe a mystery. To fathom a depth, to send a facet of light into a dark after-region. To be believed or disbelieved, depending on your frame of reference, a fact or a fantasy. A substance or a shadow. But all of it very much a part of the Twilight Zone. You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Well, looks like a storm's coming in.
A storm? Did you say a storm? Don't you mean another storm? Like the one we had yesterday, and the day before, and last week, and all month?
I'm sorry, Marie.
Sorry? Like you were yesterday, and last month, and all year, and the whole 20 years we've lived on this freezing, nothing little island?
I can't help it, Marie. I wish I could do my research somewhere else, but this place, this place, it's so special.
Special? Yeah, that's a word you could use for it. I mean, there are no trees, no TV, no stores except that little grocery store next to that shack they call a restaurant. Yes, this is really a special place.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know it'd take so long. I just didn't know. I wouldn't figure it out until now.
Wait a minute. Figure it out. Now, you're done? I mean, are we really done here?
Well, I think so.
What exactly did you figure out? I mean, will it make us any money? Will you be famous? A Nobel Prize, maybe? Or a research grant?
No one can know what I've discovered, Marie. It's just too dangerous.
Oh, that is just great. I spent 20 years shivering in that stone shack you call our home, waiting for you to make your big discovery, and now you can't tell anyone about it? I think you can tell me.
There's a large granite outcrop that underlies this small island. The magnetic field beneath it has created this very unique place where remarkable things happen in this particular spot. It's the only spot on Earth where it occurs. That's why this place, it's so special. A lot of physicists and geologists have theories about it, and I found it.
What particular spot are we talking about? You mean that little sheet of rock that you point instruments at all day, every day?
In 1908 in Siberia, there was an explosion. It was equal to a small nuclear bomb. Most people assumed it was an asteroid or a comet, but a few proposed that it was a collision with a rift in the space-time continuum. Another dimension traveling through space that intersected with the Earth and created a terrifying explosion.
You want to blow up this island?
The rift in this location is shifted somehow so it doesn't explode. I mean, I've been able to observe it occur 6 times over the 20 years we've been here, and I finally figured out how to trigger the shift. That small rocky shelf is a door to the infinite number of parallel universes.
I should have listened to my father. He said you were a flake and I would never be happy. I'm going back into the house. Hey, Benny, come here, Benny. And then I'm leaving you.
Wait. Let me show you, please. At least watch. I mean, you've waited 20 years. Don't you want to see what this is all about? I developed a handheld device that aligns the particles of the matter that fill that space a certain way. When I activate it, a shift occurs, a shift in dimensions. Now, just stand back from the rock shelf.
I don't like this.
It's not that dramatic, really. You see that small plant growing in the crack of that rock?
That's a weed, Matt.
Well, whatever. Now, just watch this. Huh? What do you think?
The weed's gone.
Pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, the guys at the hardware store will sell 1 million of them. Well, maybe 47 to the other people on this island who want to zap their weeds with your gizmo.
Marie, it's not just the weed that's gone. It's everything that occupied that space. I mean, look again at that area. Notice how the raindrops and the spray from the ocean are just now wetting that circle of rock. That entire area of about 10 meters was exchanged with the matter that occupied that space in a parallel universe. Our weed and all the rock and the rainwater are now occupying that space in another dimension. And now, this matter is here to replace it. Look, I'll show you again. Sometimes the swap is a little more dramatic. It just seems that in many parallel universes, the same sort of things happen. What do you think?
Wow. You made the skeleton of a dead, rotting fish appear.
In this dimension, at least up to a few seconds ago, that fish was alive and still swimming in the sea. In a parallel dimension, it was dead. Now it's here, and the fish that was in this dimension. The same fish is now alive in a parallel universe.
Wait, you're telling me that fish isn't dead?
But it is now, I mean, in this universe. But in the other universe, I just shifted from it's alive and frolicking.
Are we alive and frolicking in another universe?
There's no way of knowing. Although it's quite possible that we are. Only things could be different in small ways or extremely dramatic ways. The possibilities are infinite, which would indicate the potential for significant change.
So, if I stood on that spot, would I disappear?
Marie, yeah, well, that's not a good idea.
Or would the Marie from the other universe show up? Oh, good God. The thought of an infinite number of copies of myself living on this island is horrifying.
It wouldn't be a good idea to stand on that spot. I mean, there's no coming back. I mean, I can shift space and cause the rift to occur, but I can't bring anyone back. It just seems to be a continual exchange of other possibilities.
I want to try.
Try what?
I want to stand on that rock mat, and you send me away. Maybe things will be different.
Marie, you can't. It's irreversible. There's no guarantee you'll even survive the shift.
The weed survived. You brought it from somewhere else and sent it somewhere else. You have to do this for me.
But you're not really changing anything. You're just exchanging it for something else. If you or I were to shift to another dimension, our counterparts would suddenly find themselves in this dimension. I mean, things could be the same or very different for them. There's no way of knowing.
But who's to say we're not having this exact same conversation somewhere else right now? If there are infinite numbers of us somewhere, there's a Marie who's making the trip, and I'm the Marie who's still stuck on this island. Give me that thing. How do you work it?
No, please.
Let go of the gizmo. I'm going.
No, let's talk about this. You don't understand the consequences.
Any consequence is better than this.
Please, stop. No, let go. Benny, no. Come back here. Get away from that dead fish.
Stay there, Benny. You're coming with me. Now, give me the...
No!
Oh, my God. Where's the dog? Matt, where'd the dog go?
He's gone.
Gone where? Benny, come back here.
I don't know. I don't know. I told you. I can't control where anything goes. It just changes places.
So how come another version of the dog didn't appear?
I don't know.
I want my dog back. Benny, where did you go? What did you do with my dog? Give me that thing. I'm going after him.
Marie, wait. I'll go with you.
I want him back. I want him back.
Meet Marie Thompson, the wife of a physicist who spends his time studying infinite worlds, except the one that he shares with a woman. Her patience is worn thin by the constant erosion of wind, water, and the time she has spent on a cold and lonely island. All she wants is what life has never given her, a chance to be someone else, and somewhere else, regardless of the cost. It's a cost without a price tag, and it's on sale for a limited time from that purveyor of lost hope and endless dreams called the Twilight Zone.
And now, The Twilight Zone and our story, Another Place in Time, starring Malcolm McDowell with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
Have some tea. You're cold and wet. I'm sorry about the dog, Marie. You shouldn't have grabbed the device. We can get another dog. I mean, people do that all the time, don't they?
I'm leaving you. I'm not staying here.
Look, I don't blame you. I'll go into town and arrange the ferry, assuming there is a ferry. We're in another place in time now, Marie. Things might not be like they were. We might not even have a dog.
I'm not leaving until I find Benny.
Marie, where are you going?
I'm going to find my Benny. If he's on the island, I'm going to find him.
Mail call! Sorry, Marie, I didn't see you.
It's okay.
Well, you're not going out in that gale, are you? It's really starting to storm out there.
I have to find something.
Hello, Matt. Everything okay?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, everything's fine, Jim.
You probably should call Marie back. It's really starting to blow out there.
Yeah, well, good idea. Jim, let me ask you something. Have you seen a dog?
Oh, you mean Benny?
You know Benny?
Well, yeah.
Oh, have you seen him?
No. Well, I figured he'd be inside here with you folks.
Marie, you found him.
Yeah. He was running across the meadow. I called him, and he came running. He knows me. He actually knows me.
Well, that's great, Marie. I can't explain it, but that's great.
Oh, Benny. Oh, look, Matt. Remember when that wolf bit his ear and tore it up? It's all better.
Wolves? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then he got cornered by a wolf and got a bit of a fright a while back. His ear was almost torn off, but it looks like it healed real well.
Matt, I've lived on this island for 62 years. I've never heard anyone talk about seeing a wolf.
Really? Well, that's great. Did you hear that, Benny? No more wolves to worry about.
It probably wasn't a wolf. Must have been another dog or something.
Yeah, I guess. Although I was always under the impression Benny was the only dog on the island. But look, you folks take care of yourselves.
Well, we'll see you later, huh?
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, bye.
Such a good dog. Good dog.
You know, we should probably do more listening than talking until we get used to what's going on in this dimension.
It worked, didn't it? I mean, it really worked. This is the best news I've had in a long time. You have fun here on your little island. You do whatever you want. I'm leaving.
Yeah, I know. I'll get into town when the storm calms down and arrange the ferry to the mainland.
Ferry? Hell with the ferry. Benny and I are going to take another little trip with your gizmo. His ear is all better, but look at this stone shack. Look, Matt, nice job on the dog's ear. Now let's keep this thing going. It's progress. You are aware of the word progress, aren't you?
I'll set you up on the ferry, and we can pack you up whenever you want.
Pack? What would I pack? Look at this collection of junk. I don't want a thing from this rock hut. It's all yours. Now get the gizmo and get me and Benny out of here.
Well, I'm going with you.
Oh, really? What's the problem? You looking for something better for yourself?
Marie, I have to go with you. If you shift into a new dimension and it's a terrible place, you'll be trapped. The interface, the device, the gizmo, it's not easy to operate, but oh God, this is all wrong.
Is that so, Mr. Wright? Well, you don't have to go if you don't want, does he, Benny?
Marie, this isn't fair to either of us. I mean, not us here, but the Matt and Marie living in another dimension. I mean, when we shift to another dimension, we change places with them. There are versions of ourselves suddenly thrust into a different place and time that we wouldn't necessarily understand.
Now let's get going.
Now? You want to go now? In this storm?
Well, why don't you pick us a day with nice weather?
I can't pick anything. It just happens.
I've been waiting my entire adult life for this, and I'm not stopping now. Ready when you are, Matt. You are going to join us on this little rock stage, aren't you? Matt! What are you waiting for? Get over here and let's get out of this storm! Grab hold of the dog and just do it!
Fine, but we can't keep doing this, you know.
Oh my! Nicely done, Matt. 5 sunny days a year on this island, and you found a perfect one.
This isn't about the weather. Marie, go slow. Ask questions, or better yet, just listen a bit.
Listen? Okay, I'm listening. Oh, no. Oh, don't tell me. Matt. Oh, Matt, not good. Not good at all. Glad you're here. We've got to go.
What's the matter? What do you see?
Hello? Are we listening? It's a baby crying. You know, maybe you're not so good at this shifting thing after all. I mean, it's coming from our house. Our same crummy little rock house, and now there's a baby inside of it. I told you long ago, no kids.
Marie, that baby's parents, they're us. A version of us from this dimension who have suddenly found themselves in the place and time we just came from, only without their baby. I mean, think what we've done. That baby's parents are back in that storm we just left without their child. Do you realize what we're doing to people, ourselves? In an instant, they're in another place and their child is gone forever. Another version of ourselves will show up here. And what are they going to think?
Oh, get over it. We're doing it to ourselves. No one's getting hurt except us, so what's the problem? Matt, grab the dog and set that thing, however you do it.
This isn't right.
Matt, shut up and get us out of here. Rain. Perfect. What happened to the sun?
God, this has to stop.
Okay. Let's go take the break that you wanted. There's the shack waiting for us. Come on, Benny.
All right, Marie, this is it. This is the last shift we make.
Oh, really? Oh, no. This is the worst. Look at this place. It's a shambles.
It looks abandoned. No one's lived here for some time.
You mean we haven't lived here for some time? Well, what do you know? Somewhere there's a version of us that finally came to their senses and got off this island.
I guess so. I wonder where we went.
Oh, please, please, make it London, Paris, anywhere but here.
I don't think there's anything to eat here. I found a tin of tea. Let me get a little fire started and we'll see if we can improvise a place to sleep.
We're sleeping here?
We're staying here, at least I am. You said you were leaving and I'm not stopping you. The wood-burning stove still looks pretty good. It'll be warmer in a minute.
How long do you think we've been gone from here?
I'd say a couple of years, maybe more. Hard to tell.
So if you're staying here, it's going to really confuse a lot of people if I show up in London and you're not around.
If that's all you care about. Well, that fire's going good. We'll at least be warm. Now I'm gonna see if I can find some water to make some of this tea.
I'll be here, unfortunately.
Matt! Is that you?
Hello? Yes? Hello there, Jem.
You know, I never thought I'd see you here again. Especially after what happened.
Yeah, right. Well, we thought we'd come back, for a visit.
We? You're not here with Marie, are you?
Marie? No. The dog. I came back with the dog.
So, do you visit Marie at all?
Yeah, I visit her, yeah. I saw her not too long ago.
Do they still have her in solitary confinement, or have they let her into the general prison population?
Prison?
What's that?
Yeah, she's still in prison.
I'm surprised you visit her at all. I mean, any mother who would kill her own baby. But then, well, she obviously needed psychiatric care. Look, I'm sorry to even bring it up. I just didn't figure you'd ever want to come back to this place after what happened here.
I guess I just wanted to get some closure.
Looks like you've got a fire going in your old house.
I'm kind of cold. I'll come into town and see you tomorrow, okay?
Sure. You take care of yourself.
Find your water?
Marie, we have to get out of here now.
Well, listen to you, Mr. I'm not leaving. Just when it's starting to get warm in here, you want to go back out in the rain?
Marie, you're supposed to be in prison. In this universe, in this place and time, you killed a baby and are in prison. Marie, how could you?
You've got to be kidding me. I didn't do it. It was someone else.
We're leaving right now. We have to find a different dimension. Grab the dog and let's go. I never should have listened to you. We have to find a dimension when we're not in jail, where an innocent baby won't be in danger. And then, this is it. It's over.
Over for you, maybe, but not for me.
Don't you get it? This is why no one can know about this. What if everyone decided to do what you're doing? You can't go shopping for the perfect life someone else worked so hard to achieve.
Perfect life? Is that what you call the life we were living? Now activate that thing.
This has to end.
You get it right next time and it'll end. Ah, that's better. You're getting good at this. At least the weather part. Wait. Damn it, Matt! Now you've done it. I can't believe this! Damn you, Matt. Where's the dog?
I thought, I thought you had him.
We have to go back and get the dog.
We can't go back. I've told you. There are infinite possibilities. We'll never find the same dimension. Only different ones.
Then you're just going to have to find us a dimension where I have my dog again. Oh, but look. Look at our house. It's enormous. It almost looks like a small castle. Let's go see it. Maybe the dog's in there. Benny? Are you here, boy?
Is he here?
I don't know, but... Hey, congratulations. The house is amazing. I never thought stone walls could look so good. Matt, we must be rich. Maybe you did sell your invention.
Marie, this stops here. I'm going to destroy the device.
Why? Don't you get it? Haven't you been paying attention to your own words? If everything in all of these dimensions are so much the same, who's to say there aren't other versions of you using your little gizmo to do exactly what we're doing? The only thing is, we're going to be without one, because you got a little problem. Here we finally get to a place where things are like I want them to be, and poof! We're gone because we traded places with another version of me and you because they have the gizmo and we don't.
I can only hope that if I make this decision now, there are other versions of me in other dimensions making the same decision.
Fine. Destroy the stupid thing, but not until I have my dog back. You've taken everything away from me with your little lifetime of research. I finally got the house right, and now I want my dog.
You should hide. For all we know, you might still be in jail.
Don't you wish? Fine. I'll hide in one of the rooms. Look at all the rooms. Which one?
Coming! Marie, go now.
I'm going.
Afternoon, Matt. Mail call.
Hello. Hi, Jim. Oh, thanks.
Why, Matt, you're not in uniform. That's quite a risk, you know.
Right. My uniform. I spilled something on it, and Marie or someone's cleaning it.
Marie's actually cleaning your uniform? I wouldn't have expected that. At least not with all the servants you have. I mean, well, you know what I mean. Why, hello, Marie.
Jim, it's so nice to see you. I overheard you and Matt talking. Here's your uniform, Matt. I forgot we had another one hanging in the closet.
Yes. Why, thank you, Marie. Good God. What is that on the arm? Is that a swastika?
Yeah, I guess. Yep, that's what it is, all right.
Oh, I can't believe it. A swastika? I mean, this is nuts.
Whoa! Be careful there, Matt. People don't take kindly to any disrespect for the Reich.
Reich?
Look, I'd best be going. You know, I saw your dog running around over by the base. I figured the Commandant might not take kindly to that, so I got your dog tied up outside.
Benny? Matt, he remembers me. It's Benny. It's my Benny, and his ear is all fine, and the weather is fine, and this house is just fine, and I have never been so happy.
Jim, thanks for bringing the dog back. I have to, get into uniform and head over to the base.
Right. I'll see you tomorrow.
You did it! Matt, you did it!
Marie, God, it's a Nazi uniform. It has a swastika on it. Don't you see what this means? It means the Nazis won the war.
Well, maybe they're not bad anymore. It's been a while since the war. I mean, come on. We got it all going here. Give it a few days.
No. Out of the question. This is madness.
Well, just listen to you. You can't wait to give it another go. Just remember to program your little gizmo for perfect house, beautiful weather, nice dog, no babies, and just for you, no Nazis. Oh, and can you make the house a little bigger next time? I mean, why not?
Matt!
What?
Is this a cruel joke? We're right back where we started! Matt! Where are you going?
I'm going inside.
Well, at least someone had a fire going. But as for everything else, still the same.
I'm tired. I want to rest. We're staying.
We're staying? Are you sure? I mean, how do you know there aren't any Nazis here? Plus, we're poor, and the weather is horrible, and I'm living in a hut.
I'm gonna lay down. I'm tired. I'm not going anywhere except to bed.
You do that. You go lay down and dream about your world without Nazis. I still have my dream, and tomorrow we're going to go find it.
I'm resetting the device. Tomorrow I'm pushing the button and throwing the device onto the rock platform and sending it into another dimension. It'll be gone for good, and this game will be done. This is over. Good night.
Good night, Matt. Yeah, you have your good night. I'm gonna sit here and try to pretend I'm living in a castle with a man who's amounted to something. That's okay, Benny. That's okay. Mummy will fix it. You'll see. You see that gizmo sitting on the kitchen table there? That crummy old wooden wobbly kitchen table? That gizmo is going to take us somewhere special tonight, Benny. He's already set it up for us. All we have to do is stand on the rock ledge and press the button. And when we get back to the castle, you'll have your own room. And we'll take long walks in the sun. And Mummy will have a new version of her husband. You watch, Benny. Mummy will make it all better. Are you ready? Shh! Don't wake up, Daddy. We have a big surprise for him. A new Marie just for him. I'll just take our little gizmo here and... Come on. Quiet. Let's go. Benny! Get over here! Mommy's going to push the button and we're going to the castle! Are you ready? Here we go! Benny! Benny! Come back here! Damn dog!
Hello? Hello there!
Hello, Matt. I decided to go for a little walk.
Oh, it's a nice day for a walk.
And by the way, what a lovely house we have. And a garden.
Well, thank you.
Oh, Benny! 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 Come here, you good dog, you. Now, Benny, is that any way to say hello to Mummy?
Here, heel boy. That's a good dog, Scout.
Scout? His name is Scout? Oh, that won't do at all. He's going to have to get used to Benny.
Oh, I'm sorry, but, do I know you?
Look, I know you're mad. I have been a bit of a chore for the last day or two. Or was it 3? Heck, I don't even know if we're supposed to call them days. I mean, what are they anyway?
Excuse me, but, what are you talking about?
Well, I guess it's my turn to do all the explaining.
Matt?
We're over here. I'm talking to someone.
Oh, Matt. Who is that in my garden?
That's my wife, Angela.
Huh?
Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
It's Marie, Matt. Ring a bell?
Marie who?
Marie White Thompson? Your wife? We met in high school, went to college together, and got married right before we moved to this, or at least a version of this island.
Well, I only knew one Marie in high school, but we didn't go to college together.
Yes, we did. Matt, it's me, Marie. Remember? Your high school sweetheart.
What are you, an identity thief?
So you remember?
Well, the last thing I remember about Marie was her wake and her funeral. I just met her in high school. 3 days later, she was hit by a car and killed.
What do you mean she was killed?
Look, if you stole her identity, I'm calling the police.
I'm not dead, you idiot!
Hey, I don't know what you're trying to pull here.
Matt?
Hi, Angela. Look, this woman says she's someone I knew in high school who's dead.
Oh.
Angela. That's your name? Angela? So she's the best you could do? Hey, nice garden, Angela, but I've got news for you. He's no find.
Matt, let's go back to the house,
Oh, that's great. Matt, you can't get anything right even when you're not here. Benny, stop it!
Whoever you are, I'm calling the police.
Go ahead and call the police, you moron. I'm getting out of here. And goodbye, Miss Perfect Little Gardener Wife. Benny, get over here. Oh, forget it, dog. Stay here with these lovebirds. I'll find a new version of you in the next dimension.
I think she's crazy.
Crazy? Watch this, sweetheart. Matt, get over here!
Matt, don't go near her. She's not acting right.
Right's not the word for it.
Matt! You programmed this thing before you went to bed. What did you do? I can't get it to work.
Angela, go back to the house, call the constables. She sounds dangerous.
Would you get over here and fix this thing? It's every version of you, an idiot! You can't leave me here! This isn't how it's supposed to be. Things were supposed to be better. I can't get the thing to work.
I don't know where she came from. I saw Matt talking to someone and went out to say hello, and she just started talking and acting very strange. Do you think she's crazy?
There's nothing she was saying or doing that any sane person would do. We got her on a boat to Liverpool. I'm pretty sure they'll commit her. I don't think you have to worry about her anymore. You folks have a good day.
I feel so sorry for that woman. Did she say she knew you?
Yes, well, used the name of a girl I met briefly in high school, but she's long dead. Funny thing, though, for a split second, I thought she actually kind of looked like her. Older, but just a slight resemblance. Until she started acting nuts, and I just wanted to get away.
She sure held on to the rock.
Oh, that's the other thing. She kept saying stuff about, about another dimension and parallel universes or what, I don't know.
That sounds like how you used to talk when we first got here.
Yes, but there's nothing to it. I've been all over this island and all the theories about it aren't true. But I never did study the shoreline.
Maybe it's worth a look.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get the old instruments out tomorrow and point them at that rock.
And I'll paint a picture of you holding this.
What's that?
It's that thing she was holding. She called it a gizmo. I meant to give it to the constable. I'll give it to him tomorrow.
Oh, well, that's actually a very sophisticated little device. Maybe I'll take it apart first. All the police are going to do with this is put it in a box and then probably sell it at an auction.
Do you think it's worth something? I mean, should we offer to pay for it?
Technically, it's her property. We should give it back to her, but I want to study it a bit first. She won't need it where she's going. Oh, hello. Here looks like another storm coming.
That's no surprise. Let's get inside.
Yeah, good idea. And then maybe tomorrow we'll see what that rock and this gizmo is all about.
Is it possible we all live in multiple dimensions? One woman knows for sure. A woman on a mission who has found her destination. A destination not made of dreams, but a nightmare of her own creation in a universe that doesn't know her name. A nightmare that could only take place in that unique dimension known as the Twilight Zone.